Hi guys, Paul Duncan here from Competitive Edge Coaching and Dominate Your Market. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now starting to free up a little bit of my time, so I thought I'd start doing a few Facebook lives and a few videos to start posting to help a little bit of people. So I've just got back from a couple of coaching sessions and a Zoom call with one of my overseas clients. But what I wanted to share with you today is that this morning I got an opportunity to speak in front of 20 business owners here in Western Australia. These business owners got together because they were struggling in business, which is a common thread through the business community now. And I was asked to speak for one reason. That's because I've got an online platform that actually gears around business owners that are struggling, don't have a lot of money to spend on marketing, don't have a lot of cash flow coming in at the moment, but really need that kick start or that jump start in their business. So I've got an online program. It's a set of tools and resources that I've actually used for the last 15 years that helps my clients from small solopreneurs to large companies, Fortune 500 companies. So it's a platform that I actually use on a day-to-day basis. So I've set up a system to give that as subscription based for people that are struggling in business. So it starts off at $197 a month, which is pretty affordable to any business owner out there, and scales up to about $697, depends on the accountability that's into that. But what I find is that when I offer that to business owners, they run for about 2 to 3 months, 90-day plan, and then they jump up onto a coaching program, and that's when they really start excelling in their business. So I thought I'd just share a little bit of the PowerPoint presentation I did this morning with the group, and more than anything, it's what was asked was what really shaped me to be able to talk in front of them and get this marketing ideas. So I thought I'd share that with you. So just give me 2 seconds. So if you don't know me, my name's Paul Duncan. I've got a company called Competitive Edge Coaching, which is a business coaching and marketing business. And we help small to medium businesses with things like expansion, team development, cash flow problems. But more than anything, it's about around the marketing, lead generation, converting those leads into sales, those sort of things. So a couple of things that have really shaped me over the years, and what I put down as a success for my business is that reading books and meeting people. It's one of the things that I find business owners tend not to do too much. I wasn't a very big reader in the early stages, but once I started reading and started getting those knowledge, learning a lot more and getting out there and meeting new people, that's when my business really started to excel. You've probably heard some quotes out there that, the difference between you now and you in 5 years' time are the people you meet and the books you read. And I'm very avid around that. Secondly, it's the learning. You never stop learning. I've been in business for a long period of time, and even up to today, I learn somebody or something from a person I met today. So you never stop learning. Third on it is testing and measuring. Just because you've got a marketing system that works doesn't mean that you just stick to it, because environment changes, people's buying habits, the buying decisions change. So when you're doing your marketing or how you're running your business, you've always got to be testing and measuring things to see what works and how it adapts to the environment and how it changes. I also have the work-life balance, which is I come across a lot of business owners that would love to have that work-life balance, but they tend to be pulled to their business a lot more than they would really like to. So I think, if you really put that work-life balance in there and making sure that it's part of a priority for you, then your business starts working a little bit better, because you're not so focused on your business on a day-to-day basis. You can get away, spend a bit of time with your family, go on holidays, the whole lot. And then when you do get back to business, you're actually more fresh, you've got more ideas, and you put 100% into it. So, always try to have that work-life balance. And above all, have fun. If you're not having fun in business, well then sell up and go and work for somebody else, because you'll still get 4 weeks off a year. You'll have a lot more fun in those 4 weeks with the family. So, if you're not having fun in your business, then change that. Start having some fun, enjoying what you do. Now, The process that I use, I run from a 7-part process, which I take all my clients through right from a prospect stage right up until a successful or an exit strategy, whatever they want in their business. And I'll go through those in a step by step. So the first one is audit, right? We analyze and identify strengths and weaknesses. So we do a little bit of a SWOT analysis on the business. It's the first part of the process. It's for me to understand the business, but it also gives an insight to the business owner on their own business. And what comes out of this bit of audit or analysing their business is that they find a lot of gaps in their business that they know that they should be doing that they're not. So, from that, you tend to get a step-by-step growth plan for your business. Okay, so what we look at when we do we have a look at, we analyze or do that SWOT analysis. We actually look at things that are that you're doing in your business, and we enhance them. So that's the second part of the process is really looking at what's working, what's not working. If it's not working, then we look at should it be revised or revisited and done, or just completely taken off the table and focus your business in a whole different direction of things that are working. So the enhanced side of it is a very, very important part of the process. The next part is systems and technology. We don't normally keep up with, in my case, it's hard to keep up with the technology that's happening out there. But you should always have systems in place for one. I truly believe that systems run a business, people run the systems. People don't necessarily run businesses. So if you're really looking at your business and you're doing everything and you've got no systems to really make the business work, well then, you should be looking at putting some technology or some more processes and plans in place that actually starts working without you. So then you can start concentrating on really working on your business rather than in it. So the next part is pretty much we look at systems and technology. Then we go into record. You've got to record everything that's happening. Okay, it adds value to your business when you decide to sell it, because people will look at, how you've done things, what has worked, what hasn't worked, especially if you're in a retail environment where you have those ups and downs. You have the Easter period, the Christmas period, which is always busy. You should be documenting or recording all your marketing activities to see if it's working or not. So it comes back to testing and measuring. You should be testing and measuring different marketing campaigns, see if they work, if they don't work, if they need to be revised and done a little bit better. So record is a very vital part of the process. And then you go into KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. These are things that keep us on track, not only for the business owner to see where they're going, but as a coach, I need to know and be measured on my performance as well as what we do within the business. So if you don't have KPIs in your business, we'll start looking at putting some measuring tools in place. So you can actually look back and see if you are on track. So this should align with your marketing plan that you get in the first initial stages of the year. So the KPIs is pretty much a structured management information system that really you can track on a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis, or even quarterly, however you track your performance of your business. But then you can go back. So if you've got no KPIs in place, I suggest you put some in straight away. When we put all that together into a little bit of a plan, whether you call it a business plan, a marketing plan, a strategic plan, it's just a plan on where you've come from, where you are right now, and where you need to go. So, what they say is if you've failed to plan, you plan to fail. So, planning is an integral part of success in your business. So the next part of the process is to put a plan in place that, whether it's a quarterly, 90-day plan, half-yearly plan, or a yearly plan, and then break it up into small little bits. Finally, we go into action and accountability. This is the most important one because, what I say to people is if you have the information without execution is useless. So, you've got to put that stuff in the process in an actionable plan to make work, but then you've got to be accountable by somebody. Now, this is a big one. I find that business owners that don't really excel in their business, they don't they're not accountable to anybody but themselves, and they're not kicking their own butt. And then they say, well, I'm accountable to my wife or my business partner. But how I look at it, it's a subjective accountability. You're only going to hear from your partner or your business partner, your life partner, things that they're not going to upset you. They're the things that are going to that really you want to hear, not what you don't want to hear. So when you get a coach on board, you actually hear the truth, right? I tell my clients what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and that's why they excel in business. So putting those things in action and having that accountability is a really good part of the process. So pretty much that's the 7-part process that I run through with all my clients. But I just wanted to touch on the online marketing system, which I mentioned earlier, which is a subscription based. It's starts at $197, so it's actually affordable for a lot of businesses out there that are struggling or need that little bit of kickstart. So this is a bit of a landing page that you go through. So there's a little bit of 3 lead generation mistakes videos that you can download and get there from there. But more than anything, when you come on as a member, you actually come to a dashboard, and it's actually working through a very simple 5-step what I call profit formula, which is pretty much more leads, conversions, transactions, prices, and then more profits. Now, the whole back of the system is set up to be very user friendly. So we first start off with pretty much a roadmap. So you analyze yourself online to see the where the gaps are, and it actually puts a little bit of a roadmap together. So you're pretty much on the right track right from day one. Now, most people start off with more leads, but, I spoke to a client yesterday, or a new prospect yesterday, and he was sitting on a database of 4,500 people. And I said to him, well, why would you be looking for more leads? Why wouldn't you be just going to more conversions and convert those leads into it? And it was a whole new concept. It was like a light globe going off in his head. And so all we need to do is to convert that 4,000 odd people into some sales. So he'd done really, really well setting up a good lead generation system, but he just wasn't doing anything from them. So this system actually identifies those little bit of gaps, or where you really need to start to get some quick money or some low-hanging money into your business very, very quickly. So I just want to do a quick example of navigating around the marketing system, just so you can see how it actually works and how it could work for you. So I'm just going to use a bit of an example for a daycare centre. It's called Daddy Daycare. So pretty much their marketing objectives would be things like lead generation, improving their compelling message, so what they say, and really they wanted to be dominating the market. So if that was their marketing objectives, what would happen is that they would start breaking it down, saying, well, what do we really require? What's the requirements to actually do that? So pretty simple. It's to develop a marketing message. So pretty much that dominating marketing message that's out there, which is actually an elevator pitch. What you say is when people say, what do you do? So, a couple of elevator pitch ideas, and then get a script together. So, I've just broken it down very, very simply, but, if you're looking at those sort of things, then you'd open up the dashboard. You'll actually go to more leads. So you click on more leads down here, right? And how we generate all the leads your business can handle. Okay. Then you'll click on resources we use to generate leads using our done for you competition crushing marketing. So you click on that, which then would give you a customized $1 million message elevator pitch library. Okay, so when you click onto that, you actually get an industry-specific template around the industry that you're actually looking at. Or if you really want to try and do it yourself, then there's a do-it-yourself template which actually takes you through a step-by-step process to get something that you're familiar with and you resonate with. So you don't sound like a little bit of a computer when somebody says, "Oh, what do you do?" It's more about you. Your personality comes out there, but there is actually a bit of a script in there for a daycare centre and for about 400 different industries in there. So that's how the system pretty much works. So, I mean, there's a bit of a script in there that you can change, you can adapt. It's a little bit of a template that you can look at and say, no, that's not me. So you go back to the do-it-yourself template. But, you know, industries from accounting right up into fish and chip shops. So then we work on the next sort of strategy that comes across. So we go from lead generation into conversion, so making more conversions. So the day-to-day care, they actually look at the next marketing strategy that they want to go to, and that's to convert some more people. So a little bit of the requirement is how do they write a better ad more than anything. So they'd open up the dashboard again, click on more conversions this time rather than more leads. They come to another dashboard, which then they would click on tactics we use to convert leads into paying clients. Now, as you can see, there's other aspects to it as well, from the fundamentals. So if you really want to understand the fundamentals of lead generation, conversions, higher prices, there's in there. So it's actually a learning tool as well to make you a better entrepreneur. There's also, resources to do your own crushing marketing. But in this instance, we want to convert some more into conversions. So they'd click on tactics that we use to convert them, and they come across this, which is some videos. So it actually the whole platform caters to different learning styles or behavioural styles. So if you're very auditory or kinesthetic or visual, in this case you like to watch the videos, then there's videos in there as well. So we'd pretty much kick on the how we design competition crushing ads, which then brings up the video, but it also has attached a workbook to it as well to hit that visual and that, stimulation as well. So you're actually getting the maximum learning from the platform itself. Now, these workbooks are very intensive. They go from 66 pages right up to 102, depends on the strategy you're using. This one is obviously how we design competition crushing ads, which is around about 40 pages long. It'll take you step by step. So you watch the video. The video takes around about 35 minutes, and it'll take you step by step on different aspects. So there's a lot of visual stimulation in there as well. So you're actually learning as you're going forward. So, that's a little bit of an overview of what shaped me and what the program's about. So if you're struggling out there or you want some more information, my contact details are there. PM me or give me a call. I'm quite happy to catch up and have a little bit of a chat. I also have a program running at the moment. I'm trying to get some case studies for my next book. So if you're interested in that side of it and being a bit of a case study in my book, you can be anonymous or put your business in the book itself. It'll all be the results from there. Let me know and I can discuss that from you. I'll also give you some great strategies for the time that you spend with me, learning about the book positioning sort of tool as well. So look, if you're interested in any of that, please give me a call. I'd love to help out. But look, thank you very much for listening to me today. If you do come across anybody that that is struggling in business as well, please pass them my way. I'd love to help them. But look, I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, thanks for listening to me. Get onto my Facebook page because I'm looking at doing some more Facebook Live and a few more videos on there to try and share the knowledge a little bit more than what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, look, love to catch up. Love to see you on my Facebook group and get your feedback and some ideas into that. Take care and we'll talk soon.